Hey guys. Okay, so the step with the sauce and the ricotta and everything doesn't take that long. Just kind of trying to get it uniform. Basically, once it starts simmering, you're good to go. Because gotta remember it's gonna go in the oven as well. So you don't want to do too much. It's gonna be kind of boiling in there anyway. So with this step, all I'm basically gonna be doing is putting the sauce in over it because everything was put already, the seasonings, everything was put into the sauce. Um, and you don't put the cheese or anything in this step. All you need to do in this step is just get you a big piece of foil and you pour in or ladle in the sauce. I'm gonna save a little bit of that just because I don't know how it's gonna play out yet in the pan, in the oven. So, save a little bit of that. And then kind of combine it over the noodles. I already added the water. I put a little bit more water than I had put originally. Um, so make sure everything's just covered. That's what they said. And um, cover and place in the oven that should be preheated for 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes at 350 degrees. After that is when you add your cheeses and toppings. Some people put pepperoni on theirs. Um, like some people do that for lasagna too. So I I was on my friend's TikTok earlier. I don't really go on TikTok often, but I was on there today looking for that recipe because, like I said, I originally have found it, saw it on Facebook, and then followed the link, but I never got down the lady's name that did that one recipe I was gonna follow. But once I saw the other TikTok recipes of the same thing, I kind of got a idea of what they were doing, and they all kind of were doing it where you put the onion. Some were cooking it first, some were cooking it all in the oven. So it just depends. And I was on my friends, and I'm just so happy for her because she was going through some things. She had a breakup. She had to move back to her parents' house. She got another job just to get her life back together. And then so she posted that she met someone, and I'm like, oh my god, because it just I don't know, it just made me miss like how she made like a montage of like everything that's been going on and how she met him and everything. And he's cute, like he's a cutie, you know. And then so she just I don't know. I was just kind of just happy for her because um I just like I don't know her that much in real life. I know her on like social media. I've been following her journey and everything, and I just when it's a because like I call it BBW, not heavy set. But like when you're in the BBW community, you kind of have to when you're dealing with meeting people and meeting guys and everything, you kind of have to wonder, if they like you for you, or if they're not gonna care what society thinks, and if they're gonna just accept you how you are and not not use your size as a weapon when they're mad. And it's like you kind of always have that in the back of your mind, that is this guy really into big women, or is he just is a fetish or what. And so it just, to me, was just so sweet, because it was just the way she was just showing herself and everything, and he's just, you know, I don't know. It just reminded me of just somebody um that I used to know back in the day. Not that back in the day, maybe a couple years ago. But I was talking to my friend about this, how a lot of, because I've talked to a lot of women some who even they had the surgery and everything, and they'll, even when they meet guys to this day, no matter how many guys are into them or not, they just are like, "Why do you like me? What do you like about me? Because look at me." It's something you carry with you. No matter what. And I told my friend how, yeah, it was like, I remember, um, like with the last guy, I remember we were at this hotel, and then we took one of those, because it had one of those jacuzzi tubs inside the room. And I was saying how it was weird with him, because I'm not saying I didn't have the typical insecurity women have when showing their body or whatever, but it was weird because with him it was like, I mean, he'd already seen my body, so it wasn't like, oh my god, don't look at me kind of thing, don't look at me naked kind of deal. But I remember there was a part where we got, after the jacuzzi thing, you know how you get out, right? And if you're in a situation where you're a little delicate, because your knee or whatever, I felt like an old lady getting out. And so he was helping me, kind of and my stomach is there and it's just hanging. And I'm like, oh, and my friend was like, why would you think like that? And I was just like, I don't know. It's just something I think that always happens. It doesn't, you're not really conscious of it until you are telling somebody else about it. You're just like, oh, she's like, but if they like you, if they're there, they obviously they seen it, they seen past it, or they don't care, or they like it, or. And I'm like, yeah, I think we know that, on the surface, we know that, but I'm just saying, I thought I was bad with doing that, but I know somebody who it's like, she'll tell me every time she meets someone, she'll ask them 100 times, but what do you like? I don't get it. And I'm like, that would drive me crazy too. But I understand her mindset, because that is what you kind of think. You're like, well, because you see your flaws, so they have to see it. You're just like, I don't know. But just seeing that today, it just was so sweet to me, because um I don't know, it just was. It makes me miss being out there like that. I haven't really put myself out there recently. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like I have I gotta get my ish together, and I just mentally can't, I'm what we open a meeting, talking to someone, getting to know someone. But it's I feel like you should be kind of your best self when you meet people, you know, and that even means mentally too. You should be in a place where you're gonna add positive to their life, and not just be like, well, these are my problems that I'm dealing with, and you know, I can't be who you need me to be, emotionally, that you deserve in a relationship kind of thing. That's what I feel like I'm just bringing to the table now. I just feel like there's things I gotta work through emotionally, like just even from just this past year and stuff, and but I just know what she's thinking, going through. Her, I don't know as much because I don't know what her if she has those hangups, but most bigger women do. There's some that are a little more confident. It just depends on if they've accepted it as that's what they are, and then there's the group that um we accept it. Like we would change it, but we're not like actively changing it. Like it's not like, oh my god, let me go run a marathon. Where some are, so they're not. Some of the ones that are like totally like, nah, this is who I am, blah blah blah. Like how Monique used to be the comedian back in the day. But then when you embrace it, but then there's a lot who don't. And those ones, yeah, those are the ones where you deal with kind of some things mentally with it. Like you're like, oh, no one's ever gonna like me, no one's gonna ever accept me, like this and that. And so I think that was what made me so comfortable with the last one, because it was like we talked about it before, like before we even met. Like we talked about. I don't know why we were talking about it. We were just talking about whatever hang ups or whatever, and so I was already kind of like confident around him. Like I didn't even. But and it was funny because at that time I wore a wig. Like I wore wigs because my hair and like was like I was recovering from like totally my hair falling out from like some kind of dye relaxer mishap. So like I was just like, and I just took that thing right up in front of him, like yeah, and he was like adjusting it for me when I put it back on, like he was like, I don't know, it was I think if it had worked out, there were some issues there, but I mean I think it the foundation of it, just like my friend had told me, she's like at least you learn from that experience what you want in a guy. Because I said, well, the thing that I liked most of that he did was it's like he did all the things that I wanted a guy to do. In the past, like everything, like I wanted him to hold my hand and like kiss me in public, and I didn't have to like say that. He was just like that, but like it was just like I learned what I want in a relationship. Like I want someone who just listens and who like understands, that hey, um, I got some hangups and things like that, but I'm not. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's just like he, the things he was doing in that regard, it showed me what I wanted, and like I was just seeing how, um, like I said, I missed it, and I was watching some video where the lady had her list of what she wants in a guy, and I'm like, list? Like I don't know. I don't even have a list like that. I just think of like if I like them, I like them. It's like I already do. I mean, there might be things where I'm like, well, they need to be more like this. They need to be more open. They need more, not, they like I would want them to be more, like communicate their feelings and talk and not just be like, like, men don't do that kind of thing. Like, but I don't know. I don't have like a list. But it's funny, some lady's like, I have my list and I met him already. And I'm like, and I'm just like, okay, but, it's a cute idea to like, to do a list of what you're, because I don't really have a physical type, right? I don't care like physically. It's just been different people. Like, I don't have like, oh, he has to be this, he gotta be black, or he gotta be, it could be any race type. But it's like, I don't know where I was interested to hear what her list had on it. I don't know if she's saying personality. Like, some people are like, well, yeah, they can't have kids. And some people, everyone has different things. But I think that would be an interesting video just to be like, I just want him to be like, I don't know. I guess, like, understanding about some things, but it's just like, I think when I talk to people, when I meet people, I can feel them out enough to know what kind of guy they're going to be. So, it's like, I don't know, you guys. Seeing her video just got me back in that moment. I haven't been on any of those sites in so long. I'm just like freaking playing fish and none of in maybe over a year or two. So I'm just like, I'm not even. I just want to get my ish together first. But you can't really plan when that comes into your life. It just comes and you just roll with it. But anyway, guys, I will be back when this thing's come out the oven. I'm trying to decide. I'm gonna put the cheese. I know that I have garlic dots or knots, and then I have something else. Those Red Baron four cheese. They're four cheese pizza, but they're on a French bread thing, so it's kind of like garlic bready. So I might do that too. I was gonna use some bread I got from Traders like 2 weeks ago, but I think it's gone. It has to have gone bad by now. I haven't even looked at it. That's why I don't get bread because there's no point to me getting bread. It always goes bad. Like it was funny when I would get bread when my dad's here. Yeah, because he eats bread every day with like every meal. So it would go. I would go through it. But when I have it myself, after I eat like a few slices of it, I'm not good with it. I'm not good with fresh produce. I'm not good with bread. I'm not good with things that are gonna go bad in a certain period of time. I'm more like. But anyway, guys, I will be back. I'm gonna see how this turns out. Can't wait. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.